One of the strangest things I always travel with that really works for me was created nearly 100 years ago by a British doctor who walked away from his conventional medicine practice after noticing a pattern in his patients, and the story behind it is fascinating. This is part 2 of the things I use to help keep myself grounded and balanced as a sober, world-traveling holistic herbalist for when I travel. Because even when I'm having an incredible time, travel can be overstimulating. You're out of your routines, you're around people more, you're navigating airports and unfamiliar places, and as someone who is highly sensitive to my environment, I'm going to notice all of it. But to understand why I love this remedy so much, you first have to know the story of Dr. Edward Bach. Bach was a British physician working in the early 1900s. During his years practicing medicine, he began to notice a pattern between his patients' emotional states and the illnesses that they were experiencing. He became completely convinced that you couldn't fully understand illness looking only at the physical symptoms. You had to consider the emotional state of the person experiencing them. And eventually, that conviction became so strong that he did something pretty extraordinary. He walked away from his medical practice that he spent years building, and he went into the English countryside to study flowers. But he wasn't studying them the way an herbalist studies medicinal plants, looking at their chemical constituents. Bach was studying the energetic qualities of various flowers. He believed that different flowers corresponded with different emotional states, and he began developing preparations now known as the Bach flower remedies. Eventually, 5 of these remedies were combined into what we know today as Rescue Remedy. And this medicine made of flowers goes everywhere with me. Traveling is fun, but it can also be stressful or overwhelming at times. This 5-flower combination helps me so much in those situations. It doesn't numb me or shut down what I'm feeling. That's not what flower essences are intended to do. And it won't make you tired or drowsy. It simply makes you calmer and more grounded. Me and my husband have leaned on flower essence for years, and it has earned a permanent spot in my herbal toolkit.